don't know, I just set up my Logitech G Pro wheel for the first time ever. I have no idea where to set the settings at. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like super late at night. I can't even talk. I'm sick. But I just had to do it. I just had to at least. I've never even tried a direct drive wheel before in my life. And I've been using a Logitech G29 on a PS4 and a PS5 for the past 6 or 7 years. And I'm sure at least 6 or 7 years. I don't know how long it's been out for, but I know I got it's been a while. So my voice hurts, but it always does. My nose is stuffed, but it always is. But it's that time of year. Kids are back to school. Oh my god. But yeah, I had to get this set up and at least try some. I just had to try some. I've never tried it before. I had to go online and I just copied some settings that I saw and kind of turned it down from all the settings that I saw for like the people that were aggressive, that were like, "Oh, I'm so mad because of the update. I'll throw this G Pro wheel in the garbage." Like, they don't think about maybe someone like me that's never even tried a direct drive wheel before. You know, so I got it turned way down. I have it turned. I think I have it on like 4 Newton meters of strength right now. Because I've never even owned like a full rig before. I've always been a desk person. So I went and got a new, stronger desk that's stronger and wider and can take up to 100 pounds and don't leave. So that's collapsible, because I need that in my life. I'm on a big monitor, my TV in the living room, and I need to be able to take this down. I don't live in a gigantic house. I have a family. I take care of my business. But yeah, I got a G Pro wheel. Anyway, the learning curve might be bad. I got the G Pro pedals first, and I got the adapter because I knew I wouldn't be able to wait for the wheel, and I used my G29 with the adapter and the G Pro wheels, and I don't know what elastomers I'm going to be using yet. I couldn't even tell you which ones are in there right now. I'd have to grab it. I switched it from what was in there from the factory. And I put something in there that's a little bit more stiff, and I turned the brake force down quite a bit on the screen, on the monitor for the wheel, so I can so it's easier to apply more force because it's pretty stiff. I don't know. Shit, it's a stiff one. So this might be a horrific mess, but I wanted to see what would happen. I'm pretty sure. I'll just tell you, like. So, profile 1, I have it on 4.5 Newton meters. The TF audio, I have it on 50. Online people said to have it on 100 for GT7. I'm going to go 50 in the middle and just see what happens. If it feels wrong, I'll turn it. I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to turn something. The maximum is 100, and when it says online to do it, I get it. They're probably correct, but you have to understand. I've never owned one before, and it's just like, I know that's not what's gonna happen, but I just have like a comical, like, the first time I go around the corner, I just imagine this bullshit desk I have and all that, like, just absolutely just fly. Like, I got a big window, like, to the right of this rig is like a big, like, my wall is like one big window basically. To the right of me, I just keep imagining this desk just making a right-hand turn the first time I go into a corner and just flying out this, like, gigantic, I don't even know how big this window is. This is like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know, I guess I'm on a 65-inch TV right now, and if I look to the right, it's probably at least two of those, I bet, if not 3 of those. So whatever. And I don't know, I just closed my eyes and I was like, dude. And people were like, oh, put it on 11 newton meters, 100 TF audio, turn the dampener off. I'm just like, oh, Jesus. They didn't say off, but you know what I mean. It's just, anyway, back to it. Yeah, the force feedback filter. I believe they said on a couple online things I saw had it on 8. From the factory was on 11. I just turned it to 10. I was just like, you know what? I don't have the strength turned up high, and I'm just trying to use. I'm not a big tech guy, but you know I'm a car guy. I'm not like a computer or electronic gamer techie kind of guy. I'm very amateurish for sure. So I'm just trying to use common sense and go, well, let me. If it's more raw and it's more this and it's more that, and I'm turning the other features down, I should probably turn the other features down a little bit also from them being more rugged or raw. So instead of 8, I went a little bit higher in 10. Just if somebody is like, you're wrong, feel free. There's not too many viewers, but you know, I like this community. Most people will just help. That's the main reason I'm even making the video. But yeah, I have it on 10, and I'll see what happens. If it feels terrible and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna set it to whatever. I even saw they said it helps to change the controller settings, so I copied some controller settings. I'm not using a controller. I don't know. I don't get it. But apparently that's what. See if anyone owns a G Pro will, and you know something that I should know, feel free to tell me. Yeah, the dampener. I have the dampener set at 25. Like the maximum is, I believe it's 100. The maximum's 100. People were saying, I believe some said 5, some said 15. I believe. Let me get a look. Hold on. Yeah, I believe some said 5, some said 15. And I'm just like, you know, I'm just trying to be reasonable. The maximum is, I'll put it on 25. People were saying 8, 5, and off. Let me go 25 with the 4.5 newton meters of strength and see what it feels like. I'm just trying to make sense. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to just turn down the strength, but maybe it does. If I'm wrong and you're like, you're thinking too much about it, believe me, listen. I am known for paralysis via analysis. I will not even learn how to use this because I'm too stupid and I can't figure it out. So feel free to help. I'll just keep doing it. It's still fun. I'm just gonna keep doing it until I figure it out. Let me see. What else? Yeah, angle, they said leave it on, but a lot of the console ones just corrected anyway, but it's 1080. Brake force, I have it on 15 right now. And then like left paddle and right paddle, it asked me, and so I made left paddle clutch even though I'm not using a clutch, but right paddle I made handbrake. I don't know if that works or not. I'm gonna try it, but that's what I would want my handbrake to be, is that right bottom paddle. If you didn't know, there is, you know, little paddle things underneath the shifters. So if I can assign that to be a handbrake on that right bottom paddle, normally I'd be downshifting with my left hand and hitting the handbrake to kick the car sideways. I don't know. I don't drift. I don't do that. But I just, in my head, I'm just like, well, clearly my left hand's gonna be busy more than my right hand would be, right? Or, you know, I'd be downshifting more than I'd be upshifting, I bet, but maybe I'm wrong because I don't do it that often. I guess we gonna find out. As you can tell, like I said, analysis before I haven't even did a single lap yet. Not a single nothing. I don't use the clutch. I even got the clutch pedal off the G Pro pedals. I don't even have it on. I don't have a shifter. I guess I could because I'm using Logitech, and it seems like a lot of people like that shifter, but I don't know. Most of the cars I drive on here aren't like the road cars. If I started driving more road cars, if this wheel was the best thing I ever felt in my life, and it transforms me to being younger, if it transforms me to 20, 25 years ago, when I was like really like doing stuff with real cars on the road. I'm building crazy stuff. I don't know. If it made me feel that, then maybe I would do it. Otherwise, I just feel like the cars we're using anyway would have paddle shifters anyway for the most part. Because I'm typically in group 1, 2, 3, 4, and like the fastest road cars most of the time. But you never know. Sometimes maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I should try it out. I don't know. I don't know the RPM mode. So there's a bunch of RPM modes. Like there's like right to left, left to right, inside out, outside to in. I'm probably not going to be using it too much anyway. But then there's custom 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if there's an app or something, if that's what that means. I'm just going to pick custom 1 to see if it's something weird. I don't know. And then the RPM brightness was set on 100. I think I turned it down to 65. I think it goes up to 100. Just because why should it work that hard? That's ridiculous. Considering I'm barely probably using it. And yeah, just PS5 compatible. That's it. That's everything I know, and we're about to find out if that's that. So I don't know. I've never wore gloves before. It was funny to me, them sending me free gloves. I was like, damn, this is. I never really thought that I don't really care about using gloves. I swear to God, this thing flies out the window. If you hear glass breaking, call amber lamps, and just you'll never see another video from me ever again. Oh, what is that? Oh my goodness, I've never felt that ever. That's something. Okay. I forgot the shit. You're about to see some funny stuff. Wow, that's 4.5. I remember. I'm older than a lot of people, but a lot of like the straight people stuff, they're not that much younger than you know, kind of the stuff you think about reading about it. Okay. That's what I miss, like even that little bit, but that's a little bit more. I don't even know what track I'm on. Like I haven't been on the daily races yet this week. Last week I raced. I was on with a. Last week I was on with. That was on my G29 with the G radios last week to finish up. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, this is just being on 4.5 years. I've been 4.5 years. That felt crazy. Yeah, like I've never even been to like I just recently went to an electronics store that has a big rig on display for people to try, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. I forgot to take it slow here. Like I just started like even ripping. I've never even felt this before in my life. I'll give it that. Even on these lower settings, if you're being more like just turn it up and you know it. I've been sim racing for 7 years on a G29, and I've never even tested one out before. And my first one is a Logitech G Pro wheel. So that's my first ever feeling ever right now is a G Pro wheel. And it's, even with it turned down, that's something. I don't know the track or anything, but I haven't raced this track since GT Sport. So I'm looking forward to shutting the fuck up and seeing what this feels like and playing with these settings some more. Okay, now I'm done talking. But yeah, this is that's a feeling. I'll tell you that's a feeling. I'm obviously not pushing it really right now. Yeah, that's okay. Is that why people are doing what they do to me? Is that why? Is that why? Oh, you didn't hear anything crashing, right? So yeah. Oh shit, I forgot. It made me laughing. I'm not used to like the tire slippage. Like you have to, if anyone that has a direct drive wheel, anyone that like streams or like posts videos or anything like that, or plays, I keep forgetting we're on this configuration. I keep like trying to get straight. There's another configuration that's straight, isn't there? It's been GT Sport. That's how long it's been. It gets. I really like that. Like, dude, I don't know. That's exciting. It really is. I feel like a little kid. I really do. Just that little bit. Because I'll tell you what. It's kind of funny because I gotta get a drink. I got a little bit of a cold. My son had a cold all weekend, and my wife has been. She's ragged. She's just like she's going through it. Kids started. I have an adult daughter. She doesn't go to school anymore, but she. When she leaves the house, she brings home germs too because she's an adult. And then my son, he just went back to school, started going back to school. So like, bringing them germs home, we're freaking dying, man. I already have weird allergies. Never had allergies growing up either. Nobody cares about me. Anyway, so this will, just that first little initial test, I'm going to go. It is almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go shake my dog sick wife up. I'm going to go shake her up like a kid that just woke up on Christmas morning. Like, hey, wake up. There's a thing. That feels like something. It does, what it doesn't feel like? I don't want to say it feels like a car. I'm hesitating. I'm not saying, hey, that's like feels real. It doesn't feel like real car. I've been in some pretty fast cars. I'm not going to say I've ever raced on real true built race cars, but I've done way too much extremely dangerous street racing and, you know, mountain pass type racing on really dangerous roads and curvy mountain roads and pushing in big groups of cars, pushing cars to the limits and just kind of being stupid. I'm not going to say there was definitely a lot of better drivers around me, that's for sure. I didn't want to die. That's why I'm still alive too. So yeah, but I used to go out in some packs of cars that had a lot of fun. So I really hesitate to say that this feels real, but I've been using a G29 for 7 years and haven't played GT Sport for a couple years due to some, life stuff. I haven't played GT. I bought GT7 and played it maybe the first couple months it came out, just like doing the license stuff, and then like I never really played like the sport mode at all like I used to on GT Sport. I got busy with life, some things happened, and then yeah, I haven't played, and this definitely makes you want to play, that's for sure. But maybe if I adjust the settings more, maybe I could say it feels more real. I don't want to say it feels real because it doesn't, but a G29, I keep trying to think of what to call it without trying to be funny and silly. I don't know. I mean, it just basically, it feels like there's like, you have an empty plus. I don't want to even talk shit because it's good. I mean, I used it for how long? It was like, when I practice and work really hard on it, I can be pretty competitive in a mid to high level B lobby, peeking into that A lobby. I can be competitive, especially back in GT Sport. It's been a little bit rougher on GT7 getting back into it, but it's only been a couple months. It's been a couple months I got back into it, and now I'm on a direct drive wheel for the first time ever, after taking a couple years off from the G29. I don't know. I want to say an empty no offense, an empty like plastic garbage can, and there's like a bunch of, see, I'm gonna be offensive. There's, let's just say there's a bunch of little monsters inside of a big like hard plastic garbage can, and they're all like pulling on like tin cans that are attached to rubber bands, and they're all fighting with each other in there. and none of it makes any sense. And according to like what my car's doing, I have to use all visual and really audio cues with the tires, the way the car rotates. I can never use the front lower bumper cam. I always have to use the upper hood cam, just ultimately because I want to be able to see. I cannot stand being in someone's ass and not being able to see. I need to be able to see over your car. That's ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, it's just like whenever I have to slam on the brakes and go into a corner, like yeah, the steering just gets loose. There's just like nothing there. Like, and it feels like I don't know. I'm not a child. I got that dad strength, boy. I could rip that. I could break that G29 to pieces if I wanted to. And whenever I slam on the brakes and I slide a little bit into a corner or make any little mistake and I go to move that wheel in the settings, even if I turn them up all the way, it's never quite right. If I turn that wheel and I don't have grip, there's nothing there, and it's so bad and it doesn't come back because of the little monsters fighting with rubber bands attached to cans, and they're just, I don't even know how to describe it, but nothing's happening. And then there's like this weird effect, and then it comes back and I have grip, but it was like I had grip way before that. It just like the audio, the grip, none of that made sense, but you get used to it. That's ultimately what I'm saying. It's not bad. After you use it for a long time, you just kind of get used to it, just like any video game. That's why it's not really real. It's a simulation, but it's not really real. It's kind of just like that's it works, and I can do this. It's just like cheesing, in a fighter game or playing Madden and doing the same move over and over again because it's so hard to stop. It's just like, is it realistic? It's a simulation. It's fun. It's a game. But you can learn little quirks to be good at it, regardless. Even if you got a broken controller, you can figure it out. But this has potential. I I'm sick. I need to go to sleep. I need to get a drink. But yeah, this has potential. I'll do some practice and whatever. I'll show the 0 people that watch um, to see if gets any better. I That's pretty strong. 4.5 Newton meters of strength is for someone who's never felt direct drive, at uh, not at a convention, not at a display anywhere, not anywhere ever in my entire life, and filling out 4.5 Newton meters in all those other lower settings compared to what people said to put it at online. Um, that's impressive. I'm glad I stuck with Logitech, but we'll see in the long run and see if I like it compared to what the performance happens. I don't know. I just like the feel. We'll see after I'm not sick, feel like dog shit in the middle of the night, and but trying not to talk too loud um, because it's late and my voice is already gone. So fantastic. Good talk. Good talk. Good talk.